Hi everyone. Imagine 50 to 150 years from today. Cash is no longer useful and AI has displaced more mechanical jobs. So the big question is what is the left for humanity and space travel? My main argument is that knowledge will become a global currency, even displacing cash, credit, debit cards, and cryptocurrencies. And that knowledge could become the only way to access to new opportunities. Venus, with all its passion and beauties, have given humans inspiration and curiosity. Humans have wished to explore other space for years. Many astronauts have traveled beyond the planet and have seen Venus from far away. However, regular people have not been to space yet, and spaceflight companies have not launched any commercial flights. To understand the future, we must remember our past. Before the spread of generative AI tools, humans hadn't been so productive here on Earth. We used it to spend hours working on simple mechanical jobs. Before smartphones were launched, humanity had used landline phones to communicate. There were many models, colors, sizes, and forms. Before the expansion of knowledge as power, humans had used physical cash like bills and coins to pay for food and other necessities. But the future looks bright and amazing. By the time we have the technology to travel off the planet, AI humanoids will have advanced their intelligence and problem-solving skills. We could even reach Mars. When the first commercial flights take off, education will have become universally free, and by the year 2100, at least one city will have been built in the other universe, perhaps in Mars. I personally cannot wait to see that happening. During the last decade, humanity has been making university have been launching more complex degrees in recent years. There is still a lackluster in terms of space exploration. Governments have been increasing their educational budgets since the spread of AI in education. We have also acknowledged that AI should be our friend. At the same time, tech companies have been creating new solutions for distance learning. International organizations like the United Nations had been considering the idea of an international currency before knowledge became more important than gold. At the same time, some countries have been researching the idea of universal basic income, considering the risk of automating jobs, even before the announcement of commercial space flights. Meanwhile, the most famous AI company, OpenAI, have been creating humanoid models for 2 years before international government issues a global warning, requiring citizens to switch from cash to knowledge as the main currency to buy everyday necessities. By the year 2000, at least 1% of the world population will have been living in space for about 50 years. Then, by 2050, choose living in space will happen constructing new cities for around 150 years. Later, by the year 2000, 250,000, only people with a high Q will have been living in space and forming their families there for decades. And finally, by year 300, knowledge will be so important that universities will only have people with a crystal mind and a perfect IQ honed for many decades. So, in conclusion, if knowledge becomes the global currency and AI humans become our allies, traveling to distant places like Neptune may on feel like normal.